Developing story, child labor is often thought of as a problem primarily confined to developing nations, but the exploitation of children is growing rapidly inside the world's largest economy.
The United States has seen an 88% spike in children being illegally employed since 2019. A recent raid at a chicken processing facility outside of Los Angeles revealed a disturbing trend. David Colbert reports.
For many migrants, coming to the United States is less about searching for a dream than it is escaping a nightmare.
I came fleeing the violence in Mexico. Coming here, my eyes were shut, and I came blindly to try and build a new life for my family.
Often they wind up working in places like this. A now shuttered chicken processing plant just outside Los Angeles, California. In September, the Department of Labor raided 2 poultry plants owned by Exclusive Poultry, finding the company had employed children as young as 14 years old to debone chickens, wield sharp knives, and operate power-driven forklifts.
The knives, yeah, one time I actually poked it myself. Just my finger went through the metal glove.
18-year-old Elandra was one of them. She started working the graveyard shift at Exclusive Poultry when she was just 16. Sitting beside her mother, Elandra asked us to protect her identity. She fears retribution from their former boss, whom she called scary.
There's this narrative that we come for the American dream, but we come here to survive. We risk our lives to have a possibility to live.
Odilia Romero is co-founder of Cielo, a nonprofit organization based in Los Angeles that provides interpretation services and works with indigenous migrants who've been abused or exploited by their employers. She says increasingly, that work involves children.
If we go to the agricultural area of California, there's hundreds of children working there. Or in the restaurant, in the garment industry, we have to change that mindset that it only happens outside the U.S. No, there's labor exploitation on children here in the United States, and it happens every day, everywhere.
The Department of Labor says it has seen an 88% spike in children being illegally employed across all industries since 2019. In 2023 alone, the Department of Labor discovered nearly 6,000 kids were working illegally across the U.S.
They're taking advantage of workers that adults probably don't want to do these jobs in some cases.
Ruben Rosales leads the Western Region's Wage and Hour Division inside the Department of Labor.
We confirmed with a minimum about 13 minors. We're vetting more, so there could be more that come out of the case. But they were doing deboning of chicken, working with forklifts and hoists that lift up big pieces, putting them into machinery. So a lot of different dangerous jobs that they were working on.
CNN reached out to the owner of Exclusive Poultry, which agreed to pay nearly $3.8 million in fines and back wages. They did not respond to our request for comment. For Elandra and her mother Carmen, while the experience is something they'd like to put behind them, it's also showed them the causes for hope in their adopted country.
I felt bad because it was dangerous work for a minor, but necessity makes us do these things. I stayed silent for a long time. I didn't know there were opportunities and people who could help. They opened our eyes to the idea there are people who will support us in this country.